In this video, I want to take a look at what's going on in the stock market. I think we're probably in the initial stage of the final bubble phase in this stock market. Over the last 17 years, this has been the pattern. The Fed keeps rates too low, too long, prints too much money, creates a bubble somewhere. The first one was in the tech sector, then in the real estate market, then a bubble in commodities or energy at least. And I think we're starting our fourth bubble in the last 17 years. So I'm not sure it's ready to just take off just yet, though. The Dow seems to be, the NASDAQ and the Dow both seem to be kind of leading this move. And I've got the chart of the Dow up here, but you can see we're kind of almost right up against this upper trend channel that the market has been in ever since that big correction in 2011. That's where the Fed started, what was it, QE3, I guess. And that's where I think that was the monumental mistake that they made. They had a chance to not make this mistake again, and they blew it when the market tried to correct in 2011. I think that was where they went off the deep end, and now we're going to pay a price at some point, and I think we're definitely going to have another bubble. So I don't think we're ready to break out of this channel yet. It's getting pretty late in this intermediate cycle. If I remember right, we're on week 18. So, but I'm going to say watch this trend channel, because when price does break out of this, then I think we're into the bubble phase. They usually last about a year to a year and a half. That's about how long it takes for everybody to finally recognize that there's free money to be had, and then everybody jumps in. Usually the market will go up at least 100% in a year or less. So as improbable as this sounds, we could be looking at 40,000 on the Dow at a bubble top. But I think we've probably got one more correction here, maybe into April or May, simply because we're getting pretty late in this intermediate cycle, and the Dow is kind of getting ready to bump up against this trend channel. So I'm going to say we probably got one more scary correction that scares everybody off. Maybe we even come down far enough to test this breakout here. At whatever this is, about 18,500 maybe. Maybe we even come down that far. And then I think at that point, I think the bubble phase will begin in earnest, and we'll break out of this trend channel. And like I said, once I think price breaks out of this trend channel, then I think it's game on, and we should see just some stupid, silly stuff in the stock market over the 12 to 18 months once price breaks through this trend channel. So I'm going to caution again. I know I've said this 100 times if I've said it once. You cannot short the stock market. You can buy the dip, and hopefully we will get a dip here maybe in the next couple months. I expect it's going to be a very scary one, since this is turning into a very right translated cycle. Usually the way these extreme right translated cycles play out is they rally, and then you'll just get a big collapse right at the very end of the cycle that just scares everybody very quickly. But then the intermediate cycle decline is done, and then off you go again. So I wouldn't try to pick this top and play that downside, but I would most definitely be a big buyer if we do get some kind of crash or mini crash in the let's say the next 3 to 5 weeks. Like I said, this intermediate cycle is on week 18, and most intermediate cycles bottom somewhere between week 19 and week 23, so could occur at any time. And when it does, I think you've got to pull the trigger, because I think we've got a bubble phase that's coming.